Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I bring to you the G10.5 Nergigante weapon, the best Monster Hunter Now Carnival 2024 global event ever, and my results. This video highlights my Monster Hunter Now Carnival Global 2024 results. My goal for this event was to slay Nergigante and max out the Nergigante Bow, the Doom's Shaft. Very interesting name, by the way. This wasn't going to be easy though. From my experience in Carnival 2024 Shibuya, Nergigante is almost the same difficulty as Kushala, if not harder, or just a little bit easier than Kushala is. And of course, you gotta double your rarity 6s when you get them, right? But before you can even hunt Nergigante, you gotta finish the tracking quests. So, I had to finish the tracking quest first, just like everybody else, but the thing is, this was way easier than Shibuya, because in Shibuya, you needed to gather from specific large gathering nodes. This time around, it was any small or large gathering node to get tracks. So any small or large point would give you them tracks, which was 1,000 times easier, because I didn't have to walk a bazillion, well, not a bazillion miles, but I didn't have to walk around Shibuya or my city to be able to find specific nodes that would give you tracks. And this made it way easier, and I finished the tracking quest really quickly. About half an hour-ish, kind of. I kind of messed up and I was like, oh wait, hold on, small nodes give you tracks as well. So once I realized that, I was able to finish it relatively quickly, around like 30 minutes. And it helped piece together my strategy for this event. So my strategy for this event was to use wide view to plan the most optimal routes. Slay as many 8-star Nergigante as possible and ignore 6 stars. Thanks to my years of hardcore raiding and getting gold gyms in Pokemon Go, I knew my routes and any shortcuts / obstacles. No, seriously, it really helps, especially with this place over here where I grind, because it's these small streets and neighbors. Not small, it's relatively wide, but knowing where stop signs are, etc., knowing the best routes, of course, it gives you a huge advantage. And I've actually golded a lot of the gyms around this area. So golding gyms in Pokemon Go takes a while, and visiting this place over and over again gave me enough intel, and more than enough intel, to be able to know where I'm going, and that's really valuable, especially when you're looking around wide view right here and I'm just like super computing my way to, okay, go here, this is there, this is the best way to do it, let's go. And that allows me to finally engage my first Nergigante during this Carnival 2024 global event. So Nergigante was actually tough. I only did 27 before the event in Shibuya, so I didn't have a ton of experience with its attack patterns or anything like that. 27 is a good amount. I knew what to aim for and everything like that, but the range of its attacks was still really annoying, and I was still trying to get used to it. Thankfully, I had a pretty baller group for my first one, and it was actually the first one where I saw, like, poison. Out of all of them, I have actually 2 out of the 100 plus I did, only 2 of them used poison. But as you see, it still did a lot over here. And first aid meds and potions were definitely going to be used. A lot of them. Because there's a lot of instances where, I'm going to mention that later, of how I messed up when attacking Nergigante. But I actually got pretty used to it because I reviewed a lot of the footage and I made that Nergigante guide. Despite that, it still came really close, and there goes my first down. My first of many in this entire run. Because man, getting used to this thing's range was absolutely ridiculous. But, despite all the pain and suffering of this first battle and having used a first aid med, we actually got something awesome out of it. As you see, the awesome thing and the one thing we're looking for the most. My first Nergigante gave me a rarity 6, and of course we gotta double that. But yes, first one, rarity 6, my dopamine levels were definitely going up as a result of this. And after a few Nergigante, I started having my first impressions of the event. So I liked how Gold Rathian and Silver Rathalos were available in Huntathons and Dimensional Links. Huntathons, yeah, I saw them, but Dimensional Links, I didn't see them in Shibuya, so I was like, oh, that's really cool. But it's not like I needed them because I had group hunts, because it's Shibuya and it's a live event, and there were a lot of group hunts. But I hated how there were so few Elder Dragon interceptions. I definitely believe they should have been boosted for an event this big. Pokemon Go literally has events where every gym has a raid or the spawn rates are ridiculously high. So why can't we do that for an event like this where you have a lot of the nodes spawning Huntathons and Elder Dragon interceptions? I just don't get it. But it is the first one, so I kind of understand, but yeah, it should have been boosted. And because they weren't boosted, I had to haul booty, and there was this Nergigante that was literally about to expire, and I was like, oh wait, you know, I totally can make that. And I got a double rarity 6 horn drop. I was like, yo, what? Fun fact, I never got a double rarity 6 drop from an Elder Dragon till this day. So I was like, whoa, this is awesome. This never happens to me. Maybe it's because I keep spamming the please give me YGS, pray to RNG's gods to give me something good at the beginning of a lobby whenever someone doesn't ready up right away. But this lobby was totally worth it. By this time, I really had a good grasp on like Nergigante's patterns. I was still using potions after this, but this was a super clean battle. There you go, was able to stun this poor Nergigante, and then this group is just absolutely going ham on this poor giant Elder Dragon Eater thingy. But yeah, we did a lot of work here. I also noticed my ranges and just like what I should aim for. So I started getting really good at that and starting to get my angles down. Like you see right here, I'm able to sticky these horns at a very awkward angle, but I was able to just get used to those, weird, like, yeah, weird angles. And my ults were popping up like that because I missed like 5 times before this one, I swear. When they slide and you're trying to ult just so that you don't get hit by that attack, it's like, it's super annoying. Thankfully, it was nighttime, so getting this route was a lot faster than I anticipated. I thought I was going to miss it, but I made it. And thankfully, this group was just absolutely amazing because we were able to break both horns. And fun fact, I was like, wow, you know, I better get something good out of this. Like, I was thinking, like, you know what? This is a great hunt. Please give me something good. And lo and behold, I'm screaming my head up after seeing this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Broken parts and from the regular one. I was like, yes, I was going nuts. I was like, yo, that was so worth it. So this group was absolutely goated. And there's a snapshot so I could share to everybody because it was just that awesome. But what wasn't awesome was, well, here's my end of day 1 results and lessons learned. So I was using 1 potion and Elder Dragon Interception due to an error I kept making when dodging. So I'm left-handed, so I kept rotating, like you see right here, I kept rotating towards one of Nergigante's attacks. That stupid wing flap was really pissing me off because instead of going backwards, I would accidentally lean into it thinking I could dodge it, and then I started to like stop like doing that. So I got used to it. Still use potions and healing items, etc. because I was still trying to like improve, but yeah, it was really annoying. But my results from day 1, 28 Rarity 6 Nergigante horns. I doubled. 4 of those were from the Shibuya and Global Quest rewards, so that's why I ended up with 32. But 32 Rarity 6 Nergigante horns total, and 132 Rarity 6 Nergigante tails. So I doubled all the tails I got, just because tails, you need 158 tails to max it. So yeah, we're going to need as many tails as we can get. So I'm going to double all of them for... And just enough or close enough so that I can have enough that I'm sure I don't have to double tails before I get the 48 Rarity 6s I need to max out the Nergigante Bow. But it's not over yet, because there's day 2. So here's starting day 2 of my strategy. So day 2 was a lot more fluid. I had a lot of a good flow because there were a good chain of 8-star Nergigante. I think within an hour and a half, I was able to do like 9 or 10, which was pretty dang good. And I lost an hour of sleep because of thinking about being able to max the 10.5 Nergigante Bow, which is a big rip. I'm really serious about my sleep schedule. This time around, I was just like, you know, it's not going to happen because I need 16 left. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Not sure if I could do it. And then I was like, you know what? After like laying in bed for like 30 minutes, I got up and got ready because I wanted to make sure I was at the first Nergigante spawn when they first start appearing around like 6:55, and then the first one pops at around 7:20. And all that hustling paid off because you know what? I got another double Rarity 6 drop on day 2. This doesn't happen for me. Never happened for Kushala, and definitely never happened for Teostra. But I'm glad when it mattered the most, as in trying to get this is one of the hardest things to do in the game. Well, I think it is one of the hardest feats to do as far as a weekend goes. It was taking a sec for me to get another Rarity 6 after my first one on day 2. So I was getting kind of dopamine deprived. I got one before this one, like a regular Rarity 6, just a singular drop. Wasn't expecting a double at all. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get the luck I did the day before. So I went after another short-timed 8-star Nergigante, and it ended up paying off. Along with 2 of my potions, as you saw right here, because this thing just... There are some Nergigantes or some Elders where I'm just like, why is this thing so aggressive? And like, it's caught me, it really did catch me off guard, especially some off range. I'm a lot better now, but that's something I definitely have to work on. Like, just like reading the range a lot faster right before it tries to hit you or tank you with its attacks. But that's just how big Nergigante's hitbox is. Thankfully, I had a really great group that was able to make up for the damage I lost because I absolutely sucked. But I was going nuts after I saw this drop right here. Like, as soon as, like, I blew it apart, I was complaining about my, like, wow, I died twice. You know what? I better get something good out of this. And lo and behold, right after I saw this, that's why you saw it go really fast, because I tapped really fast. I was, like, screaming. I was like, oh my god, I was going ballistic. So after getting this, I knew I was going to get enough Rarity 6 to 10.5 my Nergigante Bow. It was going to happen. And when you say it's going to happen, you can manifest it into existence. Well, not really, it's just the prayers of RNGs, and they were answered. Because here's the battle of me getting the last Rarity 6 I needed. And this poor 8-star Nergigante got absolutely shredded. Not only was this a pretty perfect battle for me, but a lot of my teammates, the trifecta here, they were pretty dang good. As you see, you have to hit the white spikes to take out Nergigante and make it flop on the ground like a fish. And we had someone with paralysis. I was lining my shots, and I managed to stun this poor thing. I think it really sucks, though, that if you do happen to get into phase 2, no matter what state it is, it will actually roar. And by this time, I already knew my timing, right? It went to fly in, I would ult. Even if it was going after me, I would still not take any damage, and I'd be able to come out unscathed. But, unfortunately, one of my teammates had to pot up earlier because this thing actually hit it. But despite that, we were making plenty of time for this Nergigante. As you see right here, had it topple over again, and topple over again, and it's going to topple over again. You're going to see that again. After breaking the second horn, and breaking another one of its poor spikes, it was just getting absolutely annihilated. I kind of panic special skilled there, so panic ulted, but I didn't even need it. As you see, we took out this thing, and one of my teammates actually prayed for a Rarity 6, and I hope they got one, because as you see right here, when it dropped and came to me, I went nuts. This hunt was really off from the others I planned to do on this chain, so I went crazy when I saw the drop, because this one was like yay far from the triple I planned on doing, and I was like, you know what, can you give it to me now? And sure enough, it did, and I was going crazy, because I was like, it happened. It happened. I didn't think it would, but this gave me the 48 horns I needed to max the Nergigante Bow. That's why you see me not moving from the confirming screen, because I was absolutely just going nuts inside of my car, because I was like, I did it. I did it. Let's go. The excitement. The finally. Well, not finally. I actually got it earlier than I thought. But as you see right here, here's the validation, the confirmation. If you love this game, you should go as hard as you possibly can. Well, go hard, but this is why you can actually show that you love this game, because you're only going to do something crazy like this. Not saying you have to, there's RNG into it as well, but if you're passionate about this game, if you love this game, then you should be able or want to do something like this, or at least have a 10.5 weapon in general. Hopefully you do.
The blue car's amazing! Who's driving it?
That's exactly how it felt. Initial D, lucky star, if you know what that is, we can be friends, because that anime is amazing. But here's my Monster Hunter Now Carnival 2024 global results. So I had covered 180 miles with 19 hours driven, 118 Nergigante slain, which most of those were 8 stars, and 23 Rarity 6 drops doubled equals 46. And I got 4 from Shibuya and the global quests. And I also got my grade 10.5 Nergigante weapon achieved in about 20 hours. With enough Carnival 2024 tickets to max out a weapon and build all the armor and more to grade 8.2. I didn't get any Rarity 6 drops in Shibuya, so I only had the 2 from the event quests. This is what made this grind even crazier. I didn't get a single one. I did 21 plus 8 stars, not a single one dropped a Rarity 6. So I got all my Rarity 6s outside of the 2, actually 4 from Shibuya and global rewards from this insane grind. Hopefully you were able to reach your goals if you played the Carnival 2024 global event. And I'll be making a video on my overall review of global as the only top Monster Hunter Now English content creator to go to both Shibuya and global. I'm pretty sure, yes, I know, I'm the only one, and it was, yeah, I can give an accurate assessment of both. And I even have more credibility. You want to know why? I also have 7 years of prior experience from Pokemon Go, as Carnival 2024 Shibuya was my 9th live Niantic event. So this isn't my first rodeo. I have a ton of experience in this, and I don't pretend I do. Because, you know, experience is king. And with that experience, I definitely think there's a lot they can work on for this event and future ones. That being said, please do me a huge favor as I flex my 10.5 Doom Shaft. Like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. It was crazy to do this in America, but because of my prior experience being a hardcore Pogo player, this really wasn't as hard as the other hardcore grinds I had in that game. But hopefully you achieved your goals. If not, don't worry about it. The Metal Rats are coming back, and Nergigante will be again coming back in the future without a paid ticket event. So don't worry about it. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.